A lot of puppy owners try to tire out their puppies with exercise, but this can actually create an even more hyper puppy. There's a saying in my house, and many puppy owners will agree, sleeping puppy is a good puppy. And the solution is actually the opposite of what most people think. Welcome to week 5 of my puppy training series with my young Border Collie puppy Josie, who is just 12 weeks old now. I'm sharing how I raise my own puppy to grow up to be a calm, confident puppy that is easy to live with and well behaved. If you missed the earlier weeks, I'll link the full puppy series in the description below. Because let's be honest, puppies can be a handful. If you have a young puppy yourself, I'm sure there have been moments where you ask yourself, what did I get myself into? But getting through the puppy phase is not about hope and prayer, it's about having a plan. And in this video, I'll show you 3 simple games that actually teach calmness instead of tiring your puppy out. My plan is simple: teach my puppy to make better choices from day one. And that starts with understanding what calmness really is all about. Calmness is a lifestyle. Calmness actually isn't a behavior, it's an arousal state. And dogs will choose their behaviors based on how excited their brain is at the moment. When the mind is calm, dogs usually choose good behaviors. And when they're overexcited, we'll often see things like jumping up, zoomies, or chewing on things they're not supposed to. So instead of trying to exhaust a puppy into being calm, I focus on teaching calmness as a daily habit. So when puppy owners try to solve chaos by tiring the puppies out, more activities, they're actually building a habit of the puppy living in a state of high arousal. You might get a tired puppy for a short while, but it won't last. And as soon as they recover, they crave that level of excitement again and again. Instead of creating a calm puppy, they may be developing an adrenaline junkie. So the real question is, what kind of brain do you want your puppy to develop? Do you want your dog wearing disco pants or pajamas? Because in my house, we practice the pajamas lifestyle. And that's why I focus on 3 things right from the start. Number 1, enrichment. Number 2, the right habits. And number 3, simple games that teach calmness. I've already talked about using food for calm enrichment in week 2. Check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. But habits are just as important. Regular rest times and using a crate teaches puppies that life isn't lived in a constant state of excitement. But the most powerful way to teach calmness is actually by playing very simple training games. So let's start with one of my favorite games, and later I'll show you another game that teaches puppies that human hands near their collar are actually a good deal. But first, this one's called May I Please? Watch how Josie figures out that moving away from my hand makes the food appear. That's self-control. If you've watched any of my videos so far, you've seen that I use my dog's food for training. And it's also useful to have some manners around food. So far, she's just been getting it, didn't have to do anything for it really. But what we're going to teach her here is just to be polite about it. So I'm going to give her a piece of food. From my hand, open hand, handing it to her. That means you can have it. Good. So she's really gentle about this, but she's also still very young. So next time I'm just going to close my fist and she's going to where's my food? Yes, good. And that happened pretty quickly. She was bumping my hand a little bit, sniffing it. She wasn't mouthing me. But some puppies might do that, and as soon as she backed away, just for a split second, I tossed the food towards her. Yes, good. And the reason I had to toss the food away is to just make it really clear that it's not coming from my hand this time. I can do open hand. And I'm moving the food towards her, so that means she's allowed to have it. Yeah. Good. Yes. Oops, there were 2. Baby. learning by being polite and moving her mouth away from my hand, she's gonna get that food. It's a fun game to teach to puppies or dogs of any age. Games like this teach puppies that calm and polite behavior makes good things happen. And when puppies start learning this pattern, something really interesting happens with their brain. While exciting activities release dopamine, that's the same brain chemical that makes gambling or addictive behaviors so rewarding, calm activities release a different brain chemical. Serotonin supports relaxation and mood control. So the goal isn't to remove all the fun from a puppy's life, it's all about finding a good balance. And this next game solves something that a lot of puppies struggle with, and that's being grabbed by the collar. We can teach puppies that our hands near their collar is always a good thing. Notice how Josie gets more and more comfortable when I touch her collar in this little clip. So here's another little game that I like to teach my dogs. Sometimes we just have to take hold of their collar, maybe putting the leash on or just guiding them somewhere. So I want to make this a positive association. And I'm going to grab the collar with one hand, feed a piece of food and let go. Just very gently. Yeah, you can see she's a little bit taken aback by that. And we don't want that in the long run to happen. Touch the collar, piece of food. Good. Touch the collar, piece of food. Touch the collar, piece of food. When I have to grab more food, I'll just toss one away. That gives me time to reach for more food. And we'll see if she wants to come back for more. Okay. Get her going. Good. Touch the collar, piece of food. It's a super simple game, but playing this, for 30 seconds or so every day can change how they feel about being handled for the rest of their life. So the cool thing with the collar game is that puppies learn that human interaction isn't the end of fun, it's actually part of the game. And once puppies start learning how to think and control their impulses, we can teach one of the most powerful skills that they'll ever learn, and that's an off switch. How to lie down means settle, because lying down isn't just another position for a puppy, it's actually a controlled position. When puppies lie down, it helps down-regulate their emotions, and they're that much further away from jumping up on somebody. So instead of bouncing through life at full speed, they start to learn how to switch gears. And that's exactly what we want in a calm household. So watch how quickly Josie learns that my luring becomes the hand signal for a lie down position. So I've mentioned in an earlier video that I don't teach my puppies to sit. There's a lot of good reasons why not to. Look at how she's sitting right now. This is not very nice, but let's see if I can teach her to lie down. Let's start with her away. And when she gets closer to me, I have some food in my hand. I'm gonna bring her, lower it towards her front legs. It's okay, in this case, she's allowed to try to nibble it and try to, yes, good job, nice. Good, we'll do this one more time. This is not easy on young puppies, so we're not gonna do a lot of this. Yes, good job. Say that was quicker than before. Good, okay. So I never get my puppies to lie down from a sit. I want them to lie down from a stand, and when they're down, I want them to get up into a stand. This is a lot better using their core strength. So we'll do one more here. She's getting keen on the food. There, nice. That was so much faster. So she's not really nice on her back end here. Good job. Okay. So I'm not going to keep her in that position very long. I'm going to do one more this way so you can see what she looks like from behind. Yes, good. But she's going down much faster, but leg is, yeah, is not really nicely tucked under, but that's just part of her age. Okay, oh, good. See, I was able to bring her up with the food in my hand as well. So that's a great first session. I'm not going to name this anything. We might work on this maybe once or twice a week a little bit. And then pretty quickly, this is going to become a hand signal to guide her down. And once she lies down in a nice position, not like she's doing right now, then I'm going to give it a name. And this is how puppies can learn calmness long before they grow up. Instead of tiring a puppy out into calmness, which, by the way, doesn't work, I focus on building calmness through enrichment, good habits, and easy training games like these. Because calmness isn't something that magically appears when a puppy is tired out. It's something that we practice every day. And puppies can learn this much faster than most people think. In the next video of the series, I'm going to show you how I start teaching loose leash walking with my young puppies, and how they can learn early on that I'm the one leading the walk. If you want to follow Josie's puppy journey, make sure you're subscribed and click on the little bell so you won't miss the next episode.